Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. This is a review of Final Faction First Impact #1. This is a comic book series based on a line of toys, and I got a couple of them here, from Dollar Tree. This isn't stuff that they're buying secondhand, like used stuff, or not used, like odd lots, like things that they're getting from warehouse sales and stuff. No. This is toys made to spec by Dollar Tree. And they have a little video series. There's like 3 episodes of a show on YouTube you can go watch. They got vehicles and stuff, part of the toy line. And, more relevant to the fact that this is a comic book review, they have a comic book. And I gotta tell you, for $1, okay, $1.25, it ain't bad. Man, it's gonna take a long time before I get used to that extra 25 cents. The Dollar Tree, finally, after decades, has lost its war against inflation. Inflation was just too persistent, too pernicious. Now, I looked. Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are apparently owned by the same company, and they have combined 16,000 stores. I don't know how many that means there are for Dollar Trees, but if we just kind of assume there's half, like half of those stores are Dollar Trees and half are Family Dollars, which may not be a valid assumption, but it's good enough for our Fermi exercise here, then that's a lot of stores. Now, when I went in there was about 20 of these comic books hanging up. So I'm going to assume that that is typical and not some weird anomaly. And we're going to do some math real quick, okay? We're going to do some math real quick. Here's a notepad. Here's a pen. So let's just say we have 8,000 stores. We have, and this is probably way undersizing, 20 comics per store. That gives us, let's see, hold on, 160,000, right? Right, because this will be 16,000, then add that extra 0, 60,000 comics. My dudes, this book, under these assumptions, which is not a good assumption, but under that assumption, has outsold, as Diamond would count it, as any distributor would count it, pretty much every mainstream comic book there is. And it costs $1.25. Now, the story is about these aliens called the Karn who are invading the Earth. There was like an accident. They're kind of like the aliens from Independence Day. They go around from solar system to solar system, eating everything. That's their deal. And so they came to eat Earth at some point in the past. And it was far enough in the past that after the accident and their ship became disabled, all the stuff that became the moon accreted around it. So the moon is actually their mothership. There's actually a bit here on the first page kind of showing that. Like that. Here's the toys from their line, man. Like, they're going all out. They are going all out. And so right after that, the aliens invade. And here we got a lot of our heroes fighting the aliens. We got like their leader. We got Shift, her brother Scope, Amari, and they're out here doing their very best to fight the aliens. A little bit later, we like see some stuff where we're getting like the team together, that kind of material. And I kind of want to get to, yeah, here we go. We'll just put this down. Get to here. So, if you took like G.I. Joe stuff from the 80s, and you made it a little less mature, not that it was very mature to begin with, but we don't have Larry Hama trying to write this with all the soap opera stuff. We just have like what's meant to be a rollicking kids adventure. You end up with this book. It's got decent enough art. The backgrounds are simplistic, but the aliens look really cool. These dudes are called brutes. All the alien stuff looks cool. You get some crazy, crazy poses like this thing right here. There's just all kinds of fun on these pages. And for $1.25, I was more than satisfied. I was just downright happy with this book. I had a hoot of a time reading it. I was looking to see. Oh, here we go. Back cover has some credits on it. So, scripted by Tony Osborne, penciled and inked by Chris Marinan. Didn't he do work for Marvel and DC in the 90s? Inking assist by Louise Rivera. Colored by Mimi Simon. Lettered by these two people, John Hebink and Mike Manley. And, oh, yeah, and the last page on the inside, and this is great. You might remember that Count Dante book. When I did my review, I was like, man, I like the fake ads. Well, we got fake ads in the back of this too, and they're a hoot. They really are. I kind of want to see issue 2. Like I don't believe it's out yet. I looked at the Grand Comic Book Database, and I didn't see it, so I don't think it's out yet. I kind of think the pandemic, when it occurred, kind of slowed all this stuff down. Otherwise, there'd probably be more comic books. They'd probably have more of these little toy dudes out. Here, where I live, all the Dollar Tree stores were basically closed for unknown reasons for, I don't know, 6 months or more. Like, I would go over by my comic book store, they put in a Dollar Tree, and then it never actually opened. So I would be like looking to see if somebody was going in there, and people would walk up, they try the door, and it wouldn't open. Absolutely crazy. It might have been open for like 2 weeks or something, and then it just mysteriously closed. Here's the really crazy thing. The bag these come in, it's a resealable comic bag. I mean, it's not made out of the nice kind of material that a normal comic book bag is made out of. This is definitely much more brittle or stiff, or however you want to phrase it. But it's resealable, man. When I get done here, I'm going to slap a board in this thing. I'm going to slide the comic in, and I'm just going to keep it in its original bag. Like, why wouldn't I? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. You can also tell they sell stuff in Canada because bande dessinée, Canadian for comic book. Also French. Some people claim that they speak French in Canada, but I don't know about that. Anyway, this was a hoot. If you got a Dollar Tree around you and you don't mind spending $1.25 and you want to get a laugh of a time, go for it, man. Go for it.